Hey guys, it's TwoTenEast. Okay, so episode 12, we're right back to where we left off. The ghost kid. I'm not gonna lie, the ghost kid is cute, but just why? Why? So anyways, the kid follows Sahyun's mom and then walks through a door. Typical ghost stuff. Alright, so then Ami and new Shin talk, and she asks him about her run-in with the maid and hearing about Pyung's future in-laws. And at first, new Shin is like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? But then he kind of decides and convinces himself, oh, it must be a mistake. The maid must have misheard Pyung, and maybe she's talking about Seon and Mr. So. Okay, then we get a quick scene with Haeryung, aka Ghost Wan, aka we can't write character arcs for shit, and she's talking with them, the parents, and they're suggesting that she has another baby, and then she's like, oh, sorry, I can't really do that because I have an abnormal uterus. And she just kind of comes out and says it, like, plainly as if it's nothing. Anyways, the parents are like, okay, are you sure about that? Maybe you need another opinion from another doctor. And she's like, no, I'm pretty sure. I have the photos from when I went to the doctors. Okay, then we get a 5-second scene of the ghost kid eating candy or chocolate or something, lying in bed. I guess he's waiting for Sahyun's mom? I don't know. Basically, he just does random shit the whole episode for like 5 seconds. He doesn't do shit. Okay, so then of course, Ji-ah is completely fine with moving into an entirely new house with an entirely new family. No problem, Mom. Let's do it. I can hang with Hyung-gi and me and you, Ram, can chill. It'll be great. Okay, back to Sahyun's parents. They are in bed and they're finally putting the pieces together and figuring out that Haeryung is actually Songwon's ghost possessing Haeryung's body. They talk all about the new mannerisms and different personality traits they've seen in Haeryung recently, and now the dad wants to seek help from a shaman to see what's going on. And yeah, I think we now have the perfect path laid down for the ghost-sensitive lady to come into the picture, and it seems like they're going to be contacting a shaman, and it'll probably be her, and we'll get to meet her and see what she's all about. Okay, so then Pyung and Ami finally talk on the phone, and Ami, of course, asks Pyung about the whole visiting in-laws thing and says, oh, your maid must have misheard you, right? And Pyung is like, no, it's true. I'm getting married. And Ami is like, oh shit, well, congrats. I wonder who it is. And Pyung's like, yeah, I really don't think that's any of your business, bitch. And Ami is like, oh, of course, oh, sorry. And then Pyung basically just ends the call. And wow, I was getting flashbacks of the old Pyung there for a second. But anyways, she hangs up, and even Danshu the dog is like, damn, you really put that bitch in her place. Okay, then a scene with Ga-bin and Ami. And they talk about Sahyun and Haeryung's wedding, and Ga-bin mentions how she actually saw Songwon's face overlap with Haeryung, and that's why she got all emotional and wanted to cry, and because of that, she could barely sing. And no, guys, this does not change my mind about Ga-bin singing. She was bad at singing before that even happened, so not an excuse. Also, just side note, Ami's outfit looks completely ridiculous. She looks like a pink highlighter with no cap. Those like wide ones, you know, not the like straight thin ones, but those like wide ones at the end. And they are starting to put the pieces together of just how much of an entanglement their situation is with these families and the wives and the radio show, and how everyone is kind of connected. And they don't even know the full truth yet, but I can't wait. I can't wait for Ami to find out about Dongma and Pyung. Oh my god, guys, look, a character on the show at their job doing work. Wow, it has been so long, guys. Holy shit, I totally forgot these people actually have jobs. So there's new Shin, and he's in his Dr. White's doing his thing. And then Ami arrives, and she's there to tell new Shin about Pyung getting married, and she just could not be happier to be giving him this news. Anyways, she tells him all about it, what she's heard, and Shin is like, are you serious? And yeah, I do not think he's gonna take this well, and I really hope this backfires on Ami. Okay, so then we get the classic K-drama trope. Angry man drives angrily, and oh no, where is he going? What is he gonna do? Alright, so then Pyoung gets home, and she sees the maid acting all weird, and then she sees that it's because new Shin is sitting there in the living room all mad and ready to explode, and Pyoung sees him and tells the maid, go ahead, go out shopping. Let me handle this shit quick. So she sits down and yes, let's do this. Finally, something perhaps mildly interesting is gonna happen. So new Shin gets right into it and says, is it true? And yeah, it's on and popping from there. New Shin says, well, okay, get married, but I'm taking Ji-ah. And I can tell you one thing that he should not be taking is another hit from his bong. Holy shit, this guy's eyes are so red. He looks absolutely fried. Anyways, Pyoung comes back and says, no, I have custody of her. And Pyoung is getting back to her old self here. She's getting fired up real quick. And they're just going at it. New Shin says he's gonna file a lawsuit to get custody and find out everything about Pyoung and her new fiance. And Pyoung's like, yeah, well, if you hire 5 lawyers, I'll hire 10. If you hire 10 lawyers, I'll hire 100 or something like that. I'm not scared. And New Shin is like, oh, you must have landed a real catch to be this confident. And yeah, it's kind of true though. She knows she's got that so money. She's got that so what money, you know what I mean? So she's pretty confident. She knows she's got that big bank on her side. New Shin was decent in this scene and in this episode. He had that sneer down pretty well. And again, I don't care how handsome you think old Shin was, the old Yu Shin. He physically was not capable of making these expressions. Look, overall, I still like old Yu Shin better, but I gotta give props where it's due. At least this dude can make facial expressions. So anyways, Pyoung finally kicks New Shin out and says she'll never let him come back, da-da-da-da. And yeah, that's it. Scene's over, everyone's pissed, and I'm also loving these random extra shots of Don Chu just doing random stuff. Right after this huge fight, we just get this shot of him eating. Classic Don Chu, guys. Classic. Okay, then there's a quick scene with New Shin meeting up with Hae-ryun, and Hae-ryun is like, now do you feel my pain? Now do you know how I feel? And yeah, it looks like they're gonna try to team up and find out more info together. Pretty dynamic duo there. Meanwhile, Pyoung talks to Ji-ah about New Shin and tells her that he might try to get custody of her, and Ji-ah is not into it. She doesn't like it. Alright, then Dongma and Pyoung talk on the phone. Dongma says, give me his number. I'll meet with him. I'll sort this all out. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna get a Dongma New Shin confrontation sit down scene. Looking forward to that. Alright, so meanwhile, New Shin is just fucking wasted. Dude is plastered. He makes it home somehow, and Ami and Dongmi are just like, you good, bro? Like, you alright? And Ami tries to get all mad at him, like, why are you drinking? Are you upset because Pyoung is getting married? And even Dongmi is like, shh, shut the fuck up, bitch. And yeah, New Shin not doing good right now, guys. He is taking this pretty hard. Okay, so then Dongma comes home, and we hear what I didn't know at first, but what I eventually realized was Papa So crying. And he's crying because, of course, he just recently lost his wife of many years, and he's in so much pain. It's a huge loss. It's gotta be killing him inside, having your partner who you've been with for so long leave you all alone at this age. It's enough to make anyone break down. But that being said, the sound of him crying, there's no way I'm the only one that thought this. There's no way I'm the only one that didn't kind of laugh here. The crying sounds kind of fake. I mean, let's keep it real, guys. It sounded really weird. It kind of sounded funny. I'm sorry. Okay, but let's keep it moving. So, quick scene where Dongmi figures out Mr. So is getting married to Si-yeon, and she remembers who he is, I guess, and how he attacked her. And yeah, this is potentially not good for Si-yeon and Mr. So. I know my good friend Kaylee is punching the air right now. Okay, so then New Shin stops by to see Sa-hyun at work, and wow, Sa-hyun at work. More work stuff, more work scenes. We are getting spoiled this week. Wow. And so it turns out that New Shin is going to Sa-hyun to get legal advice for this lawsuit he's threatened Pyoung with. And wow, the husbands are all low-key kind of banding together to help each other. I mean, at least Yu Shin and Hae-ryun are, and now they're trying to rope Sa-hyun into it as well. So Sa-hyun basically gives good advice. He says, look, I'd rather you not file a lawsuit. It just makes everything messy and makes it really tough on everyone, especially the kids. It should be your last resort. So during this talk, Shin says, hey, I mean, we're in the same boat, right, man? Anyways, Sa-hyun's like, actually, I'm getting back together with my ex-wife. Getting back together with Hae-ryun. And Shin's like, oh, fuck. So anyways, their game plan seems to be find out more about this mysterious new fiance Pyeong has and find his flaw so they can disqualify him and make a case for custody. And wow, Shin is really up shit's creek here because even though personally I don't really like Dongma, I'm not a fan, the fact remains that on paper this guy is completely immaculate. There's like nothing wrong with him on paper. He looks great. So Shin is in the elevator after talking with Sa-hyun and he's like, fuck, like how am I gonna find out about this dude, this mystery guy, this new fiance? I tried asking Hae-ryun, he doesn't know. I tried asking Sa-hyun, he doesn't know. Like, I need to do something. Like, what am I gonna do? And then, of course, right at that moment, Dongma just texts him out of nowhere and says, hey, I'm Dongma, your ex-wife's new fiance. Let's talk. And Shin is like, oh, okay, it's on now. It's on now. So Shin calls Dongma, confirms they're gonna meet up, sets the place and time. Okay. And man, Shin has been doing his thing in this episode, but at the same time, I can't help but think how much more epic this scene would have been if it were the original actor. I just think he has a lot more presence overall, and it just would have been a lot more intense and hyped up. Two androids face to face, and now we have more like man to like elf creature or something. But anyways, let's do this. Oh shit, never mind. Hold that thought, guys, because we are getting another scene of a character at work. I swear, I'm starting to believe the writers of Love Featuring Marriage and Divorce are tuning in to these live streams we're having every week. I swear they heard our complaints and are now showing the characters at work, reminding us that they actually have jobs. So not only are we getting that, but specifically we are seeing Hyung-gi at work, and she is selling furniture and she is speaking English. And look, guys, look, white people, let's go. And man, look at these white people. They are happy. They are loving it. And so then Pyeong and Seeun stop by the place where Hyung-gi works. They're going to visit her there. And they walk up right when Hyung-gi is speaking English to the customers. And holy shit, these white people actually get lines? Let's go, white people. Okay, do your thing. Wow, guys, the delivery of these lines, the nuance, the deeper emotional weight, absolutely brilliant. Oh, the lady also goes, yeah, actually. Wow, what a line. What a line. Just like real Westerners. But yeah, all jokes aside, guys, this is a great scene. I love seeing Pyeong and especially Seeun looking all happy and proud of Hyung-gi doing her thing. And it's great to see Hyung-gi like doing something besides being home and being like a kid, because she's like in her 20s, remember? So it's good to see her being an adult in a different context doing stuff. Okay, so then we see Sa-hyun's parents and they're strategizing about Hae-ryun and the possession stuff. And the mom actually brings up a good point, which is that what if we are right? And what if the shaman comes and actually does get rid of the ghost? Wouldn't Hae-ryun just go back to her old self, and then she might not want to be with Sa-hyun anymore? That's no good. We should just let this happen and not do anything. But then the dad says, according to his research, this could cause problems later on if they just let it continue. Okay, guys, it's finally here. Time for the Dongma Shin face-off. So they sit down. Shin starts by asking a bunch of questions about Dongma. He also sees his business card and sees who he is, and he's like, fuck. And it's really, this scene is like the anime character narration during a fight, like when they realize how strong an opponent is. Shin is just inner monologuing, and he's like, oh shit, this guy's tough. This guy's the real deal. Anyways, Dongma gets right to it about Ji-ah and the whole custody thing, and so they argue about it for a bit. Oh, it's better for her to be with her mom. Pyeong is a good mom. No, she's not. A good mom wouldn't have had her in this situation in the first place. Dongma says, I'll be a good dad. dad, you'll see. Nushin says, no, you won't. You're too young and inexperienced. And Dongma is just like in total control of the whole situation. And Nushin is like trying to say stuff, but it's just, yeah, it's totally Dongma's show here. So after they kind of talk about it for a little while, Dongma finally says, hey, we should be asking Jia about this. We shouldn't be deciding this on our own. We need to see what she wants, and it's a good point. So then eventually Dongma says, hey, I'm only having one drink because I'm mourning. My mom died recently. And then Nushin figures out through that Dongma is Mr. So's brother, and now that he knows that, he's probably going to tell Ami that soon, and I can't wait for that. Like I said, I hope she gets super mad. So there was another interesting moment here where Nushin questions why Dongma would be attracted to Pi-young since she's an older woman, and Dongma hits back with saying, hey, I'm tired of dating younger women. They're all the same. Eventually, you'll get tired of them acting like a baby. And I think this really hit home for Nushin because he's thinking, oh, fuck, this is what I'm going through with Ami right now. What am I even doing? This little kid, this little boy in front of me is actually right. So then the scene just kind of ends, and that's it. Dongma really just kind of rolled over Nushin, and Nushin just seems so defeated and subdued. And yeah, Dongma just handled that whole thing well and completely took control. And he says, okay, let's meet up again after we hear what Jia has to say. And he's all polite and cordial and businesslike, and Nushin's just like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess. At least he didn't, like, lose his temper. I'll give him credit for that. Then we get this scene where Sahyun even finds out about Pi-young and Dongma from Hae-young, and meanwhile, Nushin is just punching the air, thinking about his ex-wife with that toned, muscular Dongma guy, and it's just killing him inside. Okay, meanwhile, Dongmi is scared and freaking out, and Ami asks why, and Dongmi suddenly says, please don't hit me, and she's, I guess, feeling traumatized by being viciously beaten by Mr. So, aka Dr. Shin. So Nushin is out, I guess, getting more food or drinking more or something. Anyways, Ami calls him and tells him to come home because Dongmi is freaking out. So he comes back, Ami explains what's going on, and Nushin just looks so done with life in general. This could potentially be very interesting because Nushin is looking for any way to discredit Dongma, just like Hae-ryun wants to destroy Si-yun and Mr. So's marriage. And if they find out about Dongmi being beaten by Mr. So and work with Sa-hyun to charge him with assault, that could be a huge win for all of them because it would discredit the So family and create a cause for concern in terms of a custody battle. But they don't really get into it with Dongmi and in that moment because she's just sleeping, so they just kind of stare at her and wonder what's going on. So the next morning, Dongmi comes by to see Pi-young and tells her she had a bad dream about Ji-ah and not to let her leave the house because she might get kidnapped. I don't know what's going on with Dongmi. She seems like she might be losing it here, guys. And I just don't know why she isn't telling anyone about the assault itself. Kind of confusing. So meanwhile, Ami and Nushin notice Dongmi is not at home and she's missing. They call Pi-young to ask if she's there. Pi-young's like, yeah, she's here. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we're going to come get her. And I guess they're going to take her to the hospital. Meanwhile, Papa So calls Dongma and tells him he wants Pi-young to make him breakfast and he wants to go over to Pi-young's place to eat breakfast. So Dongma calls Pi-young to tell her and she's like, oh, shit, oh, fuck, oh, I mean, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, oh, shit, okay. And she's kind of panicking because it's her father-in-law and he's this big important dude and she wants to impress him. So she scrambles to start getting things ready, and remember, Dongmi is still there, and Pi-young asks Dongmi to help her with the breakfast because, as we know, Dongmi is a good cook. So now it seems like maybe Dongmi will meet Dongma and Papa So. I wonder how that's gonna go. Interesting crossover to say the least. Also, remember, Ami and Nushin are on their way to come get Dongmi, so this could get really interesting really quick. So I'm just thinking ahead here. Could Papa So be another possible target for Dongmi? Maybe she'll get with Papa So and then kill him and take all of his money. She might be back on her bullshit here. She might develop a new master plan once she sees and understands how rich and important Papa So is. Maybe she's gonna wow him with her cooking skills, which I guess he desperately needs right now. And I'm thinking all of this, and then she starts crazily laughing, and this definitely could just be that she's completely lost her mind, but maybe she's just laughing because she's thought of this plan that I just theorized and she's laughing at how devilishly clever it is. Who can say for sure? We're gonna have to wait a week to find out. But for now, that's it for episode 12, and that's it for me, guys. I'm TwoTenEast. Have a great day. I will see you next week.